Yo, yo, can't hear y'all. I'm gonna go out and come back in. I can't hear nothing. Hold on. Yo, I can't hear a damn thing, man.
I don't know if y'all can hear me still. Okay,
Now,
I hear
now I can
Crystal.
hear you.
All right, we back. But like
All
I
right.
said, salute. It's your boy BBO Boxing. It's your boy Crush the Legend, man. The two brothers, man, as some of us know us as Wiz and Juicy J, man. We're taking over the podcast game. There's nothing you punks can do about it. We're taking over. But we gotta talk about my dear brother, man, Bill Haney. And all these guys hating on Bill Haney. Speaking of such, we got a Bill Haney here to pull it up. My man T Hill. What's going on, T Hill? Salute to my brother Just Do popping in. Salute to my guy GP God's Property, West Side Shorty, aka Dunbar High School's in the house. Salute to my man GP. Um, but I think we gotta address that, T Hill. What you think about all the hate that my dear brother Devin the American Dream Haney has been getting from all these clowns? What you think about it?
I think most of it is over a backlash because of what his father has used as tactics to promote him. I don't agree with some of the tactics that he has used to promote his son, but in the in the event of him using them, it has put his son in the spotlight. So for that reason, can't be too mad at him. And likewise, man, you can't get mad at the fighter for doing what he got to do to get where he got to go. And he's trying to go to the top. So he's doing whatever he feels is necessary. So I don't have no hate for him. I don't like some of the
Yeah.
tactics that, they do. But other than that, man, it's boxing. So it comes with the sport. Unfortunately, man, boxing also happens inside that square circle. So I'm waiting for them to get inside that square circle so we really can see what's going on. They got a comeback to do. They got to get everything mounted right and it's ironed out, and then get back in that ring and show and prove. And then he keep on winning. Can't nobody say nothing. That's all I gotta say.
Salute to the Queen Ariana showing love, man. But I gotta say this, man.
Arena.
We gotta call it Elena. Sorry, my bad. We gotta call it what it is, bro. You gotta call it what it is, man. Bill Haney is only getting all this hate because he's a brother. When your boy Bob Arum lied to you, when your boy Eddie Hearn lied to you, it's okay. But let a brother do it, you want to take his head off. Devin Haney has been nothing but a role model. I feel like him, Anthony Joshua, these are young men in boxing who you would say, if you had a child around that age, you would not mind your child looking up to them. Devin Haney's been a terrific young man. I haven't heard anything about him. No children out of wedlock. I mean, he seems to be on the right pace. And I just want to give a young brother his flowers for what he's doing. And to hear these clowns come at my brother like they do. And I hate to say this, Oscar De La Hoya usually is a stand-up dude. But to see him really be so jealous and goofy when it comes to my dear brother Devin the American Dream, I hate it. I hate it. You're not gonna disrespect us just because we black. Don't mean you can say what you want to us, and it's not cool. And I think anybody that want to say something negative about Bill is just a jig hating, because at the end of the day, Bill came from Oakland, California, came out of prison, didn't tell, and taking care of his family. So I got to give a brother his respect. Salute to my man, Big Dre. Because we're not going to sit here and hate on no black man who's doing the right things. He raised his family. Get a man his credit. That's all I got to say. Get a man his credit. All the other haters, man, they can say what they want. Shout out to everybody. I hear people getting on live talking about, oh, who did Devin fight? Devin fought Loma, punks. Don't forget about Loma, the 3-division champion. Let's not forget about Lomachenko, or some call him Lomachenko. Let's not forget about him. But Devin Haney fought these guys. He fought these guys. So get a man his credit. And the thing is this. If I hear another dude go at Devin about his resume, what more can you do but ask for all the fights and they don't give them to you? What more can you do, dog? Come on, bro. Show the man some love. Get a man his credit. And if you're talking about Bill Haney, you must hate yourself, because at the end of the day, he's a black father doing what he can for his sons and daughters, man. That's all that we can ask for, bro. I'm going to get the floor up. Anybody got something to cook on that? Because we got a lot of clowns going at the Haney family, and it's unjust, bro.
Well, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to this evening's cook. You know it's going to be entertaining, so of course you heard BBO. Now, I'm going to come in peace this evening. I've been on fire all day, been all over the damn place. So anyway, well, Bill Haney, yeah, good father and all that, but he also has hated on his own kind. Let's just be fair. He has hated on his own kind. So he's only getting back what he puts out. That's karma, goddammit. Now, we're not going to sit here and act like this man has been Kingsley. He's been disrespecting fighters for a minute now, pulling up their mug shots, talking about they women, they mamas, and this, that, and the other, and coming up with all type of, corny gestures. He has nothing good about these other fighters. This is just facts. So for my brother to get up here and stand in defense of that, well, I have to counteract with nothing but facts in return in the most calm manner as I can for right now, until somebody pulls my wolf hairs up, and hopefully that don't happen this evening. But it's blasphemy, it's hypocritical, and it's a fraudulent open up conversation by my brother. But we have to understand he's a controversial guy, and these things have to happen. But being the big bro that I am, I had to slap him on his hand and tell him he's wrong. I'll pass the mic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm gonna bring my man in here. Pause. Shout out to Puerto Rican Free. I want to get your opinion, man. You're a father. What do you think about this assault on a young black father who's doing right by his family? What do you think about all this?
Far as anything they saying about him being a father, I don't see him doing anything wrong as a father. Now, when it comes to this fight game, hey, that it comes with the territory. You're going to get criticized. You're going to get talked about. It comes with the territory. So you can't do the talking, and then when the people talk about you, cry victim. You just gotta go with it. You talk the most ish. When somebody talking back, you just gotta be able to go blow for blow. It's the same way as it's boxing. Once you get in that ring, you can't cry that this guy is more experienced than me, this guy is bigger than me. No, you gotta go blow for blow. You got in the ring, so you gotta go blow for blow. So when it comes to the sport of boxing, hey, you're gonna get criticized. Everybody's not gonna like you. This not a sport where you get in the sport and want everybody to like you. No, you get in the sport to become a champion and to be able to make money. So I don't want to hear about they getting on him. Hey, they get on people all the time. I mean, it is what it is. This is the world we live in. People want to talk about people every single day. So I'm not with all that crybaby. Oh, why you talking about him? Man, it's part of the territory. Y'all talk about Tank. Y'all talk about Devin. Y'all talk about Loma. Y'all talk about Floyd. Y'all talk about a lot of people. They talk about AJ. They talk about everybody in the sport. It is what it is. It comes with the territory.
I'll say this real quick. One thing about you, D Free, you my brother. You're my older brother, man. I love you. But I think the only thing I would have to say is this. I think it's crazy that Bill gets this. I'm gonna tell you, I heard a fighter say this. I'm not gonna mention his name. Say no name, bear no blame. Shout out to my grandmother. That was one of her famous sayings. So we're not gonna say his name. But the dude said some crazy dude who went to jail was like, F him and his father. And I want them to know I said that. So when did we start addressing people's father? That's classless and low. And I just think what we dealing with has been a cesspool in boxing where you feel like these cats can say whatever they want. I mean, my God, you talking about the man's father now? What we doing?
No,
what are we doing?
where his father is a part of the fight game. His father is not off limits once he became a trainer and a promoter. He didn't become off limits. The only people that's off limits are the people that's not in the actual sport. Those people are off limits because there's no point in talking about them. They're not in the sport. Well, Bill Haney, he didn't.
I can't hear you. Cut out.
You cut off.
So when the fighters,
Yeah, you cut out, Free.
Oh no, I mean he didn't.
But you had one out for a second, Free.
Hold on, let me change my joint. Hold up.
All right.
Oh, but salute to everybody, man.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Go ahead.
All right, no, his father is a part of the sport. He's a trainer and a promoter.
I think GP in the back.
His father doesn't exclude himself from talking about other fighters. So how they going to exclude themselves from talking about him? He talks about other fighters all the time. I mean, we saw him at the liquor store looking for a certain individual father. Talking about his father is at. I know his father be here. I heard he be at this liquor store all the time. We saw him put out Tank Davis mugshot and call it Thanksgiving and all this stuff. So if he's big enough to talk about the other fighters, he shouldn't be exempt from being able to be talked about as well. He put himself in there. You're going to get talked about. If you don't see people talking about Bozy Ennis because Bozy Ennis don't go at other fighters. He give them their respect. He don't go at other fighters.
Yeah, BBO. Salute to everybody, man. But when you put skin in the game, it is what it is, man. You're gonna get bit sometimes. And Bill Haney, like D. Frilio said, likes to run his mouth. And sometimes it's entertaining, but now that his son lost.
Oh, we got that computer love popping off.
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
Yeah.
No, you good, but somebody over there got that computer love popping off right now.
Oh, damn.
I'm having trouble hearing BBO.
Yeah, that's Bernardo. That's Bernardo. You got that Bernardo connection.
You choppy, Kareem.
Okay. Bro, back out, come
BBO,
back in.
We can't hear you.
BBO, you chopping up, my brother.
We chopping up.
Chopping up, brother.
All right, I'm gonna come out and come back in.
Yeah,
Marky Dan.
yeah. But what I was just saying, what I was just saying,
I don't know. Start over, Marky Dan. Wherever you start from, bro. We got interrupted by the chop by BBO, bro. So
yeah.
That
His
boy was
ass.
glitching.
But as I was just saying, if you gonna like DeFrilio just said, if you're gonna come out here and talk about people, it's all in good fun. At least I think so. I mean, if you're gonna talk about people being up in the liquor store every other day and posting mug shots and all this other stuff, I mean that's pretty low. Like you going at people in a real low way. So if they come back at you, it is what it is. And like I was also saying, your son is lost. So it's really hard for you to come back because they're gonna just come back and say your son got beat by Ryan Garcia of all people. Like that's humiliating. That's disgusting. There's really
yeah.
nothing he can say right now. He just gotta shut up and
Yeah.
get through his lawsuit, get his
Um,
money there.
Shout out to Just Do.
I'll
Shout
say
out
this.
to
I'll say this real quick.
but
Marky Dan is against black fathers. For whatever reason. But I feel like Bill's been great for the sport. His son was undisputed. Um, Arguably one of the youngest champions. He was one. I take not
This is
arguably
coming
one of the
from the
youngest.
man that calls me sugar cane.
X
But
in the
I
back,
think
yo. X backstage.
okay.
It's gonna give it to you.
This is what I'll
Oh,
say.
that's
I
X.
just think.
That's my Brody.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second, Mark. Let me get this out real quick. What I'm saying is this. I think it's crazy that so many clowns want to come for him, but y'all don't come for. And I don't want to say. I'm not gonna say that guy's name no more on the channel. My man Crush put me up to a challenge, so we're not gonna say the brother's name. But there's a guy, a little bitty guy that talks a lot of stuff, but he never wanted to see Devin. When Devin had the title, super title, the WBA super title, he couldn't get a fight. But you know what Devin Haney did? This so-called bad guy. He said, "Give me the deal that your boy Lomachenko had. Took a horrible deal. Went overseas twice. Fought him, beat him. Then he came and beat Loma. So I mean, come on, dog. Get a man his credit. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, I don't know what more people expect from Devin the American Dream. He's been he's been everything you would want in a champion. He's smart,
Hey,
thoughtful guy. He respects his culture, respects his race. So I got nothing but love for the kid compared to somebody who does nothing but talk about blacks and what he gonna do to them and how he gonna hurt them. So I don't want.
well, may I say this? What's
If
up,
you're talking
X?
about that
How you
other
doing,
Puerto
X?
Rican, I agree
What's good, man?
1,000%.
What's going on?
Right.
Matter of
What's
fact,
good?
X is in the building.
X.
Since X just came in, X,
It's
I don't
gonna
know how
give
long
it to you.
I don't know how long you've been listening, bro, but of course, my co-host, my bro, one of the co-hosts, he's at it again, man. So I'm not falling for his trap tonight, bro. So
What he talking about? Whatever he said, I agree with it. That last point that he made, though.
the last point, I got you. But see, he was starting off talking about
My
why
man Ron
people
Claudio.
get back to Bill Haney what he puts out. And see, that's only fair because for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. So if you throw shit at somebody, you gotta expect them to throw shit back at you. Cause I know you throw shit at me, I'm gonna throw bigger shit back at you.
Yeah.
And so
Stupid,
the
stupid.
only thing about what he's been doing that he didn't keep it boxing, bro. He started downgrading and going into people's personal lives. There's no way you can stand for a guy like that and want to talk about the pros and don't pull up the cons on this man like he don't have any. And that's not good. So that's what makes him look bad because he has done that. Now, if you keeping it boxing, that's cool because y'all boxing, but you pulling up people mug shots and talking about their parents and being a goddamn paparazzi and trying to find them up in a crack house or liquor store, whatever. That ain't cool. That ain't got nothing to do with your son getting in the ring, and fighting. So that's disrespectful as a grown man because I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be tearing down the fighter by going into his personal life if I was your father. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be doing that. I'll be keeping it boxing and I'll be talking shit about how you can whoop everybody ass and just keeping it boxing, and then we get in the ring. We gonna do our best to prove everybody that we stood 10 toes down on what we've been saying. Now, the sad reality for a lot of folks who really like this man, this hasn't been the case, and since the situation, regardless, the situation, he hasn't handled it very well, and we cannot continue to go on what he did because now is at the second half of his career, and he hasn't started it off yet. So those accomplishments that okay, they do be remembered, they're not to be talked about now because those no longer the positions that he's in. And this is just facts. So we can't keep on celebrating this guy about what he already done. Now he's at the second half of his career. Is he going to meet that ceiling that he met in the first half of his career? Or is he going to do better? We don't know because he hasn't returned yet. What he done, I respect. I salute to him for what he's done. But that's not happening anymore. Now it's about what he's going to do. You can't keep going back down memory lane unless you want to listen to Nas or Mary J. Blige and we talking boxing. That's what I
got. Well, if his son had won, it all would have worked out for Bill Haney, and he could have kept talking his shit. So let's see if he learns from it, or if his son got to take another ass whooping for him to really learn.
Well, I mean, me personally, I'm not talking about Devin Haney because this wasn't the topic. I'm talking about solely what the topic is. BBO asked the question why people going at Bill Haney. Well, people going at Bill Haney because Bill Haney go at people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you can't be mad.
Yeah,
when you're normally going at people, now they're going at you because you wanna be quiet all of a sudden, and you getting mad because people are going at you because now you're quiet. Now that's like a bully picking on somebody. Now all of a sudden the bully get bullied, and everybody was, oh, you can't pick on the bully, man. He was the bully. Now all of a sudden he a victim now because the dude stood up to him. No, he was a bully. What? So now he got to get what's due. He get what's due.
What happens is Bill run his mouth, people run their mouth back at him. Then Devin Haney get the bit end of the stick from his father for the most part.
True.
That's
true.
what happened.
That's true.
And that's not fair to Devin Haney.
Exactly. That's what I said at the beginning. But
I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I separate the two. I can look at Bill Haney and criticize Bill Haney for what he do, but I don't hold Devin accountable. I understand that's why he get a lot of the hate and a lot of the criticism because of what his father does. But I don't hold Devin at that. I hold Devin for what he said he's going to do and what he actually done. I hold Devin separate from what his father does. I can do that. I can't speak for other people, but that's what I do.
Hey, Free, it's been one and the two though. Like it went hand in hand.
It does at some point.
The things that Bill was spitting out, putting the battery in Devin back. Devin was jumping out the window with that shit.
Yeah, and that's why whatever he say, I hold Devin accountable for what he says.
I'm just saying, like the push, like. So that ain't even you, champ. Like,
yeah, that's facts.
Aggressive. Like, let your dad do the talking. But he fed into it. So no, he get part blame as well.
Yeah, and that's why I held him accountable for his father was saying, Devin gonna go out here and knock him out, and then Devin started saying, I'm gonna knock him out. So when you didn't get the knockout, I gotta criticize you about what you said you was gonna do and you didn't do it. You let your father pump you up to think that you was gonna knock him out.
But with that push, I mean, let's be honest, Ryan was on some crackhead stuff. Like the whole build up of the fight.
I'm not even worried about Ryan. I'm not worried about Ryan. We're talking about in general. I'm not even worried about Ryan. We're talking in general.
I get you, Marky Dan, but it's not about Ryan, what Ryan did. You understand? Because at the end of the day, you got to stand your ground and you got to stay focused and you got to go out and do your shit. You can't be worrying about what that person is doing.
No, that's a fact.
That's going to take away from you focusing on what you're doing. See, you can't worry about your opponent executing a plan because that's going to stop you from executing yours. You have to go in
and that's facts, Chris.
I don't care what he's coming with. I don't care what he's coming with. I'm coming with mine, and mine's going to work. So regardless of what Ryan did, no matter we agree with it or not, people, we can't hold him accountable for that.
But I give Ryan credit in this sense. I give him credit because he beat Devin in the mental warfare aspect. Because like you said, Devin started to get into that mode of, oh yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. Because Ryan kept saying it, oh, fight me in the middle, bitch, fight me in the middle and all this other stuff. And then social media kept pushing that pillow fisted stuff, and Dev was tired of it, and he lost.
He
Yeah.
beat
Point
he,
blank and period. He lost in the mental
Yeah,
warfare
he
battle,
beat
and
it.
he
He
lost in
he
the
beat him
ring.
outside the ring. He got into his
hit him in
head,
Yep.
and once he got into his head, it was over.
Yep,
That
and he
he let him
convinced
beat him outside the ring.
and Free. He convinced him that he wasn't serious.
Yep. He fell for the okie
I'll
doke,
say
man.
this
He
though.
was
I'll
wait,
say this
boxing.
to
how many
kind of add
fights
on.
did hold on,
Go ahead.
big fights did they have in the
6.
They fought
they,
There was
six?
3-3.
6-5.
No. It wasn't 3-3. Ryan got
What are
Yeah,
you
I
going
think they
out?
fought 7 times.
No, they
No, they
said it was
fought. They
no. They
fought
Ryan.
said it was
six. They
3-3. That
fought
was the
six
whole
times in
thing.
the amateur. They fought six
Can you
times in
hear
the
me?
amateur. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
it
that
was
was.
was
six
the
times
whole
in the
Hey,
thing during the
amateur.
we
whole
can,
build up.
we can hear you now. Go ahead and finish your
Oh
point.
man.
Go ahead, bro. We can hear you.
Evo.
We can hear you. Oh, he probably can't hear on his end. We can hear you.
We
Can you
we
hear
can hear
us?
you. We can hear you. GP.
Oh, y'all can hear me?
West side.
CP, we can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
West
can
bro,
hear
side. We
man.
you.
can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead, bro.
But
Do
yeah,
you need to sign that ish for you? We can sign language it to you so you can hear it.
No, he good. He good.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead,
just messing with you.
GP.
stop
Hey,
playing.
I'm looking for my wallet, GP. I know you probably got it. I
Man,
know you
fuck out.
probably got it.
That's
Oh
a
no,
I
respectable
know you
gentleman
probably
right
yeah.
there,
got it.
bro.
Ryan actually won the last two, and the one yo beat Devin with a standing 8 count in the amateurs. So it was no different when we saw them last year in the ring.
Hey,
He
guess
just
what, GP? Hey, guess what, GP? Ryan can go to hell. Um, Fuck Ryan. We're not talking
hey,
about Ryan. He gets no play over here.
no.
I don't want to hear about Ryan. He gets no
Oh,
play over here.
yeah,
Nah,
BBO.
salute.
This the
Look,
That's how you
BBO I
do.
like.
but
This the BBO
Hey,
I
I don't
like
want to
right
hear
here.
about this dude,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah,
don't
Angry
want.
Asiatic men. Angry
yeah,
No,
Asiatic
I'm just
men. Stand
saying.
up.
Finally.
You,
I like
you,
that
excuse
shit.
my
ain't,
language,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
excuse my
Damn.
language, but I don't want to hear about no dude. I don't want to
Nah,
hear no
let it
about
be
no dude.
known.
I don't want to hear about no dude that talk about doing stuff to George Floyd. F him. F his family. F his children. F
Oh,
everything about him. I don't want
oh,
to hear about Ryan. He's a
Yeah.
piece of trash.
yeah, BBO,
He
yeah,
gets
Yeah.
Oh,
no. He gets no
yeah.
play
So
over
somebody
here.
so
been
so
listening.
so
F
so
'em.
I'm glad it's a full on 360, bro. That might have been even more than a 360. That right there might have been what you call a 720. My
F 'em
man,
both.
my man. I
So,
remember
hold
we
on.
almost breaking out the pinata
So we
and the
taking
damn
out.
what you call
Hold
that
on,
sombrero
hold
and
on, bro.
dancing around it when
Let
my man
GP
got that
finish.
L.
Let
Taking
GP
out.
finish.
Hold on.
Go ahead, GP.
Go ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
No,
I
no, I'm
I'm
telling you, go
always gonna
ahead.
wear my sombrero. I'm always gonna wear my sombrero, but I don't
Wait a
play
minute.
that
Wait, yo,
racist
wait,
stuff,
wait,
man.
wait. GP was
Yeah, because
talking,
you're a
man. How you
Mexican.
gonna cut
Go
GP
ahead,
off?
GP.
I
My
know
bad,
we
GP. Go
did
ahead.
we judged it. Go ahead, GP. My bad, dog.
If we taking away fighters that we say, I don't care about their personal lives. Me personally, like I want boxing, bro, and I'm no, I don't agree with what Ryan did and that other dude Wayne. Not like I ain't into that at all, but I love the sport. And that just means L fighters need to wipe them
Can
out.
y'all hear GP?
Yeah, we can hear him.
We
L,
here.
L fighters just need to wipe them out if you feel that
Right.
way. But to scrap them from just because, it's been racial comments coming from Hulk Hogan or you name 'em. I don't want to throw no names out, and they still around. Like I'm not just trying to wipe them out because of racial slurs. Me as a black man, I do racial slurs. You know what I mean? Past tense. You know what I mean? But you just gonna wipe me out just because you know what I mean? I said some shit I ain't supposed to say. Um,
Yeah, I'll wipe you out too, man. Pause. I don't. I'm gonna just tell you. I'm gonna tell you something for real, GP. The thing
we
that we. But no, let me say this because this is very important. Salute to my man Bruce Gas. I think the thing that we got to remember as blacks, we cannot let people say what they want about us, man. They can't do what they want to do. They can't say what they want to say, man. We're not. I'm not no play toy. So you're not gonna sit here disrespect, a guy like George Floyd. Poor George didn't even deserve that. He died over a fake $20 bill. There's nothing that he did that he deserved his untimely demise. So when you say you want to bring him back to life to take him out of here again, you a piece of crap. You tell me that you hate all Muslims when we all know great Muslim people. They ain't did nothing to you, man. I mean, it's an imam I know that sells some of the best, that sells some of the best perfumes, sweaters, ties in the world. Beautiful brother, man. So F him because you don't like Muslims? Man, I'm gonna just be honest with you. At some point, you gotta take a stand. Either you a man or you a coward. And I don't stand with nobody that's racist or got something crazy to say about my people, man. Like I said, I wouldn't care. I don't care nothing about no Ryan. I don't care nothing about no Tio. If you dudes disrespect my race, y'all can go to hell, man. It's just that simple, GP. Whether you respect that or not, they're not gonna come talk about my race like that. They're not gonna do it and get no play for me. They can go to hell, bro. Dog is bounty hunter can go to hell. They all
Hey,
can
hey,
go to hell.
hey,
If you're
BBO.
not gonna be respectful, listen. If you're not gonna be respectful to the race who's done nothing to you, we ain't did nothing to nobody, and we constantly vilified, talked about like dogs. I don't want to hear it, bro. We ain't did nothing to these people to get this kind
Hey,
of reaction.
hey,
Hey,
BB,
Forget them.
hey,
hold up.
BBO.
I want to take
All
it.
that,
I don't.
all that sounds good, but you gotta be able to put on that same coat
No.
because some of the stuff you say.
Hey, I don't want to even take it that deep, man. But Malcolm X left it there with. Oh, he jumped up on some of them racial channels, and that's where he fought his battles at. You know what I mean? That's where he let the people know, and he chewed them and chose. Yeah, we can go head to head, and I show you. That's what you do, but not on your
Yeah,
own. Oh, we need them to come over here. Ryan, get
yeah,
your ass over. That's where you let them have it at.
yeah. I
I,
mean,
Just
I,
all that sound good, BBO, but you got to be able to put on that same jacket because some of the stuff you say can be considered to another culture as racial. Like you talk, oh, they're
At
gonna
the end
beat the
of the day,
tacos
listen.
out of this dude and stuff
At the
like
end of
that.
the at the end of the day, I'll say this. For me, everybody who knows, and if you don't know, it doesn't matter. BBO is clearly joking. I'm never saying nothing disparaging
don't.
about your family. I'm not saying I want to take you, unalive you, or none of that. This is what these guys were saying. So if you sensitive and don't like old school 90s, early 2000s humor, BBO Boxing is the wrong show for you. But most do. I want to send a big shout out to everybody. We just hit 4,100 subscribers. So I want to send a big shout out because we're doing some big things. Shout out to people like Bruce Gas. Shout out to my man, Boxes guys, D Free, my man Eli. I mean, so my man Ed. I just feel like this. You can say some goofy stuff like that, but we all know where BBO heart lands. And if you read any of the posts that I put up, you know I just want to see people have a good time. It's hard out here, dog. You working 40, 60 hours a week. I want you to come over here, have a good time, enjoy yourself. But back to the topic at hand. I think what's going on with Bill Haney is very simple. We always see people overcritical when it's somebody of color. Let's be honest here. If you go to a restaurant and the food is cold, oh man, these guys don't know how to work. They don't. No one can make a mistake. Bill's made plenty of mistakes, but I just say this: he made his son a millionaire. He took care of his children. So all this talk from these clowns talking about what he don't do, man, Devin Haney's a pretty good fighter, man. Pretty good
No,
fighter.
I mean
And I just
that.
don't see I just don't see where all the hate and frustration come because he's done nothing but everything you asked him to do. But shout out
No,
to my man. Shout out to my man Bentley in the house. Go
no.
ahead.
See, no. The thing is, you gotta be like I said before. You gotta
I don't
be
gotta
able
do
to.
nothing free. I don't
I ain't
gotta do
talking about.
nothing.
I'm not talking about you.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking
Go ahead.
about Bill Haney. I'm talking about
Damn.
Bill. We talking about Bill. I mean, if you want me to put it on you, I can put it on you. But we talking
No,
about
no,
Bill.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I thought
Damn.
you
No,
was man.
but
Go ahead. My bad. My bad.
when you dish it out, you got to be able to take it. You can't just be out here dishing stuff out, and then when people say something about you, you want to cry victim. No, what? I don't live in that world. I don't live. I mean, some of y'all do. I don't live in that world. If you dish it out, you got to be able to take it. Because if you come at me like that, don't start crying when I come back at you. Because I'm gonna pull no punches. I'm throwing everything at you. I'm throwing everything at you. So if you come at me, if I was Tank Davis
Mhm.
in my opinion, he took it a little easy because I'd have been talking about everybody in your entire family. You talked about my mother, my father, and me. Nigga, I'd have talked about everybody in your entire family from your daggone little cousin all the way up to your great grandparents. I'd have talked about everybody. So he shows no remorse for when he talk about people. Why they got to show remorse for him?
I'm not saying they gotta show remorse. I'm just saying you need to quit trying. People gotta quit trying to say he's such a horrible dude and all this stuff is unwarranted, bro.
Hey
But
man,
I
if
want
somebody
to.
feel that way about him, that's the way they feel about him. You know what I mean, BBO? All fair is fair. If somebody feel that way about him,
But let me do.
Can't change the way they feel about that, man.
Yeah,
it's all fair, bro.
You said, let me do this. What you about to do?
What do you think about this unfair treatment? What do you think about this unfair
You said what?
treatment that Bill Haney's getting? Go ahead, X. What you got on that, bro?
I don't
What do you
think
think
Bill
about
Haney
this
get unfair treatment, man. I think
unfair treatment that Bill is getting? What do you think?
I don't think Bill Haney get unfair treatment. I think Devin get unfair, not too much, no unfair criticism. I say, and you can say about a lot of dudes. I think at times Tank get unfair criticism, he get unfair criticism, but I think it's more so like just true disdain for this man Devin Haney, and I don't know if it's from his father or what, but like it's just like people want this man dead almost, and that's just my perspective of me looking at how the fans talk about the man. I don't know, like that's just my perspective. But Bill Haney though, it's warranted. Like he starts shit and then he throw rocks out of his hand sometimes. He want to play victim sometimes when he know he the one who started it, and all of the viewers they may not be privy to everything that was said, so he takes advantage like that. One he'll say something and then act like he didn't say it and play the victim. I watch Bill Haney do that a lot of times. So he's very manipulative in the public eye. And that's just my opinion on it,
I agree.
And I respect that. Let me ask you this. Who do you think would have won at 135? Would it have been Abdul Wahid or would it have been Devin Haney?
I think Tank would have won that.
Okay. So
now let me further extrapolate on that. When Devin.
Go ahead.
So you got it.
Nah, you said if that's the case, go ahead. It wasn't my turn to speak, so go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll just put this one caveat on that, or not this addendum to it. If Devin was at his healthiest at 135 and he fought Tank, it still would have been a destruction, bro. Unfortunately, Devin got things that don't lend themselves well to what is a strong suit for Tank, and he hasn't corrected it yet. So therefore, at that weight, when he was about to get the fight and he was well past the time where he could squeeze down to that weight, it really wouldn't have been a good fight, man. I never wanted that fight at 135. I don't think that fight should ever have taken place at 135 unless it was a while ago. After Kambosos won, Devin should have been done with 135 because he struggled to get to the weight in that fight. And then every other fight, it was just ridiculous. My man wasn't looking well, so I never want to see him break himself to that point to make a fight happen. So I don't care to see that fight at that weight. Going back to what you said before I give way to anybody else, man, I want to shout out my Dukes, man. She said something that was very, very poignant and something that was catchy too. She said, you know what I'm saying, she don't want to place no blame. What'd you say? She said she don't want to place no blame or bear no burden, or what did she say?
Say no name, bear no blame.
Say no names, bear no blame. What's your grandma's name again, man?
Don't say no name.
No, I got you. What was her name again? Granny G. Say no names, bear no blame. Shout out to her and shout out to Beyonce who said, say your name, say your name. Your boy Bill liked to say a lot of people's names, man, and he liked to say it to generate buzz. And in the process, sometimes he say some things that apply to those names that really ain't really true or ain't cool to say. And if it come back full circle on him, that's just the web you weave at sometimes to get tangled. And he can only blame himself on that. The perception is whatever he makes it to be, because he says it's uncool for somebody like Ellie Setback to do what he do, yet and still he do the same thing. That's what I always have said about fighters in general. I don't like how it only applies to certain folk. So now when it's good for you to go and do it, it's all right. But when somebody do it and it has a direct effect towards you and how it may be received by you or your camp, it's a problem. Well, then it's a problem you shouldn't be doing too. And you should respect the fact that it's a problem for somebody else and don't do it. And Bill got a real bad problem with doing that. And it's not just Bill, it's a lot of people and the fans that rock with a lot of people. They do things, they apply things, they misapply things. If it is true of one person, then it should be true of all people when it comes to affecting them with regards to feelings, with regards to respect, in regards to what we've done in this ring. If all I've fought for the most of my career is quote unquote, and this is not me, but slow, flat footed Mexican fighters, and I accuse this one fighter of only doing that, but I've been doing it too, then who am I to say anything about that other person? And likewise, why should anything that I say have any merit? Likewise, if I'm not giving people the fights that you want to see, but I'm saying this person in particular ain't, we can't do that. If this person ain't fighting talent that everybody else want to fight, but ain't nobody else doing it too, we got to hold them all to the standard. All of them got to be held to the standard. And if he wants to talk about people, he got to hold himself to the standard that, hey, sometimes when you fire stuff at people, they fire right back. And he got to deal with that. Now, I agree. Devin Haney, what he doesn't say and what he doesn't do should not be applied to him. And the hate that he receives, I do not like. I do not like when people go against other folks just for the sake of someone else who know them, who don't care for them, don't provide for them, don't nurse them back to health, don't pay no bills, and don't feed them. So why the heck are we doing this as people, man? And we're doing it to our own people. I want to see nothing but that young brother prosper. And that's it. That's all.
Let me say this real quick. Shout out to the future of boxing himself, man. My man Tim Weatherspoon the third is in the house, man. You know, he from Philly.
Good,
People don't know this about this guy. He about to be a champ. And we all know about his grandfather, man, the great Tim Weatherspoon. So the champ came by to rock with us because guess what? When he champion, we're going to be like, you know what? He used to hang out with old BBO back in the day. That's what we going to say when he win the championship, man. Sure. But let me ask you guys this real quick while I got my man X up here. And I got GP up here.
Put the glasses on. I like that. Don't put the glasses on, baby.
Hey, you know, he over there getting money, man. But let me ask you this, GP. I want to ask you this first because GP get up here and talk to people. GP, why has your boy Abdul Wahid, why did he never activate his mandatory for Devin Haney? Why?
Yeah, well, I'll answer it. You can't
You talking to me or GP?
GP, is you there? Or you that boy GP look he high as a kite.
Let me ask you this.
I don't think he can hear you.
He have activated? I don't think he can hear you, but when could he have activated a mandatory when he was the only one that was fighting the mandatories because he held the belt that was attributed to the mandatories, the actual belt that's of history, not no super title where you can actually not have to fight mandatories. So when could he have activated a mandatory for that? Because that belt was given to him so he could avoid mandatories and fight quote unquote super fights. What super fights did he line up because he didn't have no mandatory? See, that's what I'm talking about. We got to do things in context and perspective.
Actually, if you want to be technical, the time when Devin Haney had got the WBA Super, Tank Davis couldn't activate the mandatory at that time because he had a rematch clause with Kambosos. And then Tank Davis had a fight lined up, and then Devin Haney fought Loma. Tank Davis went to jail shortly after he had that last fight.
So let me ask you this, Tim. Now we know
Tank Davis
about
he
boxing.
went to jail shortly after he had that fight, and then right after Devin had fought Loma, Tank Davis went to jail. Devin Haney got out of jail. Tank Davis got out of jail, and Devin Haney fought Regis. So when was the opportunity for him to activate, quote unquote, activate the mandatory when they both had fights lined up already?
Hey, before you answer that question, and before we start with the young champ, man, because I want him to have his shine, man. It's his time to shine. I just want to ask the young champ this, please. I hope that there's a quarter of Latin blood in you, because if so, my man BBO gonna ride for you like nobody's business, dog. You got a friend
Oh,
indeed with
man.
BBO.
No,
Dang.
bro.
Dang.
Hey, chill. You said they talk about the black man. Hey, you said they talk about the black man from Shit from God, man. That's crazy. That's shit.
Oh,
That's
damn.
crazy.
BBO, you know you my guy, dog. You already know.
I hope you got a quarter of Latin blood. That's a knockout blow. That's a D3 type of joke. Salute to my man Thomas Hill, aka Pimp C. But hey, let me ask you this. Now you know boxing, man. Who do you think is the better fighter between Devin the American Dream or Abdul Wahid? Who do you think is a better fighter?
I don't know why you keep doing this comparison, man.
In terms of what?
As
Like
far as who
just
wins head
overall,
to head.
Good question, champ.
overall boxer, I think. Yo, I don't know. I feel like Devin Haney is just like overall more like technical. I feel like Gervonta like slips up a little bit in some things, could sharpen up. But so does Devin, but I feel like Devin just got it a little bit more down pat.
So I know you know some of the younger fighters, but let me ask you this: when you look at have you heard of Brandon Figueroa yet?
Yeah.
What do you think about Brandon Figueroa fighting Scooter? I know you know Scooter. You from Philly. I know you know Scooter.
He fought him one time already, right? It's a rematch or something like that?
Yeah, I think they robbed Figueroa the first time. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I seen a little bit of the highlights. I mean, he's definitely a good fighter, but I don't know too much really about him.
So when you see a guy like Scooter, you think Scooter has enough power to beat a tough, rough guy like that?
Nah, he would have to outbox him.
So he would have to run from it, is what you're saying, Chin.
Boxing, different things, man.
Well, GP, let me ask you,
My
G.
bad.
I got my brother. Yeah, we got my brother GP from the west side of Baltimore, Dunbar High School graduate. Let me ask you this, Mr. Dunbar High School. When you talk about the next big thing, you think about the next big thing. Tell us what you think about Emiliano Vargas as a fighter.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask you this, Thomas. I know you're a little familiar, man. What do you think about Abdullah Mason after he almost got stopped this last fight?
Thought he showed you real true fortitude, bro. He showed you that once you get down, that's one part of the battle, dog. Getting up is the bigger part. And then when you get up, how do you respond? And I think from that point forward, you saw the true spirit of a champion inside that young man. And also the ability and the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm going to reconnect everything and I'm going to put the dot on him and then see how he responded. And then we saw how that ended up. So I think that, you know, along the road, you're going to always have potholes. Sometimes you're going to have some cracks. They may do damage to the outside of your exterior on the car. But if it's really, really polished, if it's really, really, really put together, man, it's gonna travel through that stuff and keep on going. And I think that's what you're gonna see with young Abdullah Mason as far as your boy
Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys. I don't know what's going on with Thomas Hill's audio, but I'm gonna ask the whole panel this real quick. Do you guys think Shakur Stevenson made the right decision by signing with
Before you ask that question, remember we got a young champion.
Yeah, let's shine some light.
So So speaking of that, Tim, I'm gonna ask you this, man. When you talk about your style, what do you see? What kind of what fighter are you looking at to say, you know what, I hope to be as good as such so and so? What do you say when you kind of map out your fighting skill?
I feel like
Who are you trying to fight?
I kind of fight like my dad. Like I fight identically to my dad, obviously, but him and my grandfather. But as in terms of more flashiness, all this other stuff, I got a mix of all that, but with Duran, Ennis, and all that type of essence. I'm flashy with it. My defense is up to par. My footwork, I say I need to work on that a little bit more, definitely. But that's definitely what I have a mix of.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this. I got to see a few. I got to see like two of the fights you were in. Do you kind of like the box, or do you like to come forward? Because it looked like you was doing a little bit of both. Which one do you kind of like prefer to do?
I prefer to box more. I feel like it just people talk about skill more in this fight in this sport and stuff, but in terms of fighting inside, I do like it, but it's a lot more riskier than fighting on the outside.
So that being said, have you ever thought about maybe fighting the Mexican style, the come forward style at all, or not really? Because that's the style all the people want to see when you come forward.
Um, yeah, but just like I said, it's risking that. I can't afford to risk my career and stuff, get knocked out, get some brain damage in there. But I'll do it, but only when I know I can like do it efficiently and successfully in a fight.
Hey, you rough, you rough, coach. You rough, champ.
And I know, but you're sharp, man. I got a couple of questions I would like to ask you, bro. You said that you said that there are elements of your game that you could stand up on. Who do you look at as like pinnacle?
Your John is tweaking out a little bit.
Yeah, your mic is messed up.
It is.
Your
My
mic go
mic is
all the way
messed up.
out.
You can't hear me.
It came in. Yeah, you got to go out and come back in.
For real?
Yeah.
You didn't hear that, Tim? For real?
I heard a little.
All right. So what I would.
No, you gonna have to
okay.
adjust your mic, Tommy.
You still can't hear me right now?
Yeah, we can, but you might go out again.
I'm not going out. Trust me. I think that was my finger over the hole, bro.
All right, go. We can hear you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. You said there. Pause. Let me give it for the people that like to play the game. I'm just saying because my man said it was crazy, and I don't want to disrespect anybody. But what I said was this: you told us that one of the things of your package that you could of your skill set that you could actually hone up on or get tightened up would be your footwork. What is someone or what do you think about footwork as it applies to a fighter and offensively, defensively speaking, with their settings, and also what would be the standard or the pinnacle of footwork that you would base it off of from former fighters?
So basically, a fighter that I would look at and ideally match what you're playing with is Andre Ward. You feel me? His footwork, everything is just perfect. His ring generalship, the way he gets in and out of trouble is what I like about him. He sets up with counter punches and all this other stuff, but he also knows how to get out of trouble with that type of ideal footwork. So either him or Shakur, depending on what.
No, damn.
No,
Damn.
Right, Shakur. Let's get that straight. Because Shakur, let's get it real. Shakur can box. I don't want to keep on bringing up his name, but he can box. All right. I don't want to seem like I'm picking him over anybody else. It's just ideal for the situation and the questions that you're asking me.
Man, champ, I'm over here crying right now, man. I'm over here crying right now, champ. Don't tell me boring Andre Ward, boring Shakur. Oh no.
But boring fighters win fights.
Okay, so given that you, oh my bad, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So,
Go ahead,
No, go
champ.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead for the champ. Finish your
I was
thought.
gonna say, I'm just saying, born fighters win fights. They got the most skill in there. You don't gotta learn how to brawl and all this other stuff because down the line it will eventually cause up to, brain damage, all this other injuries and stuff. You can still do it smart.
Did you
No
see what
doubt.
your granddad did to Frank Bruno? Did you see what he did to Frank Bruno?
Yeah.
I don't think he was boxing, man. He was
No,
beating.
he wasn't boxing, but then I know him personally. I see him outside the ring. I don't want to lead up to that. He's not in bad shape, but based off of what I'm hearing down the line, definitely it can get a little bit worse.
Hey, champ, man, I
I
asked
know it.
how tall you
Go
are.
ahead.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
6 foot. Whoa. Whoa.
So what you middleweight?
You 6 foot. A few minutes ago, I was listening to you. You was talking about Devin Haney and Tank, their styles, and basically the styles that you prefer.
Yeah,
What would you think it would take for a guy like Tank to not get hit so much?
to not get
And
my
not hold on, I ain't finished yet, champ.
foot.
No, a small guy for Tank not to get hit as much and still be as effective as he has been.
Just to not fall for feints. I see him falling for feints a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been watching, champ, because that's a funny thing because I think Abdul's a master at feints himself, but he does fall for some. But he was freezing that piece of garbage Garcia
Disagree.
with those
But
feints. Like every time he would get in that middle part, he would hit him with that feint, and it would make him like have to reset. And I think I get what you're saying when you say about the feints. I'll just ask you this: when I hear you talk about Shakur, we know he's a really good fighter, probably one of the most boring fighters in boxing history, but he gets the job done.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, could you handle the criticism that will come with you fighting that way? Because there's gonna be a lot of criticism you fighting that way.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be criticism, but at the end of the day, I'm the one getting the job done. They aren't. I know what it's going to take to win fights and all this other stuff. So whatever just gets me right and gets my name out there, it's going to be
champ,
So you're
the
gonna be like F the crowd, huh, champ? I
right.
can see you now. F that crowd.
champ, we got you. But for BBO after the show, boy, I'm gonna tear you up. After the champ leave, I'm gonna tear you up, bro.
Well, that was crazy. I don't know if you heard that, champ. That
Dog
was
your
crazy.
ass after the show, bro. So,
We don't do
That
that
was
over.
crazy. Whoa,
Yep.
don't hurt nobody, champ.
nah, but champ, I got one more question for you, man. You gave an answer to the first question that was asked you by BVO, and it was like, which one do you prefer? Now, I know you train for any and everything that could possibly happen in that ring. Would you think that the best thing for you to do is whatever that fighter presents that it will allow you to do? You gonna take full advantage of it, or will you try to invoke your style upon him, no matter what the thing is?
I'm going to just try to adjust to it the best of my ability.
Facts. Got you. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, I'll ask you this. This is a question I always ask, man. What was your favorite cartoon growing up, champ?
I feel like it had to be one of those Batman cartoons. I forget which one it was called, but I just feel like
Batman job.
I don't mess with all that other stuff. I never really watched like cartoons that much as a kid. Never
See,
really looked.
I used to watch a show called Hey Arnold, man. It was about this little dude grew up in the hood, man, and all these guys around him. It
Yeah.
was just him going through his day. And I feel like this. A lot of times as a boxer, I feel like it's a very lonely sport because you do got a team, you do got other people with you. But I think sometimes, and that's what makes boxing so difficult. I think sometimes you got to make decisions that you don't necessarily want to make when it comes to fighting a certain way. I think it's because guys are trying to create something special for their families.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll tell you, I know this for a fact. Um, when I was a little kid, your grandfather used to train in a place called Orwell, Ohio, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like right outside of Cleveland. And I was thinking to myself when you were talking, I know what you mean about not wanting to be in harm's way, but I think some fighters do that because there's an opportunity to create something better for your children. And
Yeah.
I'm saying, do you think when you boxing at that highest level, do you have that? What is your what is your what do you want to what makes you want to box? What is your reason why? Because if you don't have a great reason why
Yeah.
to do something like boxing, you can never be successful. So what is your reason why?
So basically, I just do this from my mom's side of the family because they don't got a family, but like, well, they got family, but they can't talk to them as much as how I can talk to my parents. You know, some of them don't got parents that they can talk to, and I want to give them a life that their other parent couldn't give them, and just make sure I'm something in their life. You feel me? I can't just be out here living my best life. Eh. Living my best life when it's not fair. They can't do the same thing. You feel me?
Yeah, and I can get that. I just say that because one thing I'll tell any young fighter I'm blessed to talk to, because whether you know it or not, it's an honor to get to talk to you, man. Because as a kid, your grandfather was the man. I remember when I seen him on Bruce's Gas channel, I was talking to him. I was nervous. I was nervous, man, because he was such a hero to me, and it's great to see his grandson carrying on tradition. But I would
Mm.
say the only advice I could give you for me playing sports at the highest level, man,
Mm.
is that you got to have a great why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, in a combat sport like boxing, football, god damn, it's some tough days out there, bro.
Yeah.
It's some tough days ahead, and you're gonna, I'm just saying, while you're still young, make sure you know why you're doing it, because man, you're gonna have them days when you get beat up, you're gonna get hurt, and you're gonna be like, what am I doing this for? I
Yeah.
mean, I'll be honest with you, man. My fingers are crinked up all from putting my hand in that grass. But you know what? You know what, Tim? I thank God I was able to do it because I don't live in the hood no more.
Yeah.
I don't have to eat those bar S hot dogs or bar S bologna no more. I
You still do,
don't
Ninja.
know. I don't know if y'all had that bar S bologna, bro,
You
or
still
that
eat that.
bread. And what my mom say, scrape that mold off. That bread's still good. So when I think about that, I would say it's definitely paramount that you know why you do what you do, because boxing is a tough, tough sport. And I can't wait to see how you grow, man. But I'll ask you another question on that. When you see the state of boxing today, do you get nervous about the business, or are you trying to learn the business now while you're still an amateur?
I'm trying to learn the business now, but I mean, I mainly knew it because of my dad and my grandfather, but I'm just trying to learn it now, learn as much as I can so I can prepare myself for when I do make it pro.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm telling you, man, when you make it pro, dog, you're gonna look back on these days and be like, you know what, man, all this hard work, it's gonna be another level. That's one thing I learned. Like, I was very dominant in high school, college. I got to the top tier, and I was a bum. so,
You was a bum in
so
high school, bro.
uh,
Damn.
this is coming from Thomas, who was a water boy. He was the dude that got the waters
I
and
got the best
Gatorades.
water though, baby
I was
boy.
about to say we need equipment managers, brother. We need equipment.
You know,
We're
I
not
was
gonna
You
get
know,
very
into
you
the
know, I would
equipment
tell,
man.
I tell him, Tim. I tell him, Tim, man. Watch how you wash my undershirts, man. I don't want to break out, punk. That's what you tell a guy like that.
lot of
I don't want
cane
to
open.
keep breaking out.
That's bad, man. That's mean.
You
That's
know
Hey,
mean.
you
but
can't
but
roast me, bro.
Tim, I got a guy in here, man. This dude is actually a home health aide for my grandmother, man. He's a thief. He stole her towels,
What's
her
up, man?
car. Shout out to my man, Boxer Scholar. What's going on, Boxer Scholar?
I prefer the word borrow. I was gonna return it back to her. She had an attitude. That's why she didn't get it back.
Man, so I wouldn't have gave it back to her neither.
Oh
No,
damn.
no. I wanted to ask this 'cause I know you come from a boxing family, bro. Do you ever train with Chaz? Is Chaz still active in the sport of boxing?
Um, it's hard to say because I don't really know Chaz like personally like that, but I'm pretty sure after the fight with Usyk, I think he retired. I look on BoxRec and it says he's inactive, but I'm pretty sure he's still training out somewhere. I hear his name in the open, but it's not too much I could really say on him.
I was just wondering about that because I remember one day I was watching Friday Night Fights and I seen the last name Witherspoon. I'm like Witherspoon. I was like, dang, Tim still boxing, and it was Chaz, and Tim was in the corner. But then I ain't see, and the next time I see him again, he was fighting Usyk. I'm like, bro, what? Like, what? Is he still active? I was just curious about that.
Yeah, I got no idea, to be honest with you.
What weight class you fight at, champ?
Me, I was fighting at welterweight, but now I'm going down to 140.
And look, don't fall for this Tank bait, man. They
Nah,
trying to get you to say something bad about Tank, man, so
No,
that they can so they can throw you in there. But you got a good chance if you change your middle name to a Mexican middle name, brother. You got a good shot at a Tank fight, brother.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You gotta have a little quarter blood up in you, man. Just a little
no.
quarter blood. They gonna love you up in here.
What we saying is 6 feet
Come
140.
on.
That's a good look. 6 feet 140. That's a good look.
yeah.
You know, a fighter I would say to watch, Tim, that I think that you kind of remind me of, just from a little bit I've seen of you, is Robert Easter. Robert Easter was very tall and rangy. I think you would really get a lot of the watching Robert Easter. He was a champion at 130, I believe. Really, really good fight out of Toledo, Ohio. I think that's a good fighter for you to watch. That's some homework for you, man. Robert Easter Jr. I
I
think you would really
definitely
like watching him because he was about 5'11", and he just was, dude. He was terrific. Unfortunately, somebody gave him a hot foot, so we don't see him no more. But he was a very good champion. But speaking of Andre Ward, you were speaking on some of the fighters you like. I
yeah.
always felt like Andre Ward was everything you want, but he just didn't have that big time power. Like,
Yeah.
what fight made you want to follow Andre SOG Ward?
He already told us he's very technical. I'm
No, I said
listening.
what fight?
No, I'm
You see how
listening.
GP gets interrupt me, Tim. You see how you do that, man?
Sorry, y'all. My
He
bad.
did that, man.
I'm
You
gonna
see
say
how he did that?
after. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
He from,
after.
he from Baltimore, man. He from Baltimore. But go ahead, GP. The floor is yours, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead, champ, man, and don't pay attention to BB.
No, I mean, I was gonna say I don't really watch him, but based off what I do know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I know. So I mean, I definitely look into him. It's just at the moment I can't really think of no fights. It's coming to mind.
Oh,
So champ, are you real against or real for tapping into people who have done it before you and seeing what they got to tell you?
I'm into it. Definitely, I gotta hear for what they gotta say because they already made it obvious. But I mean, a part of me just feels like I gotta move my own way because not everybody advice gonna work for you.
For
If you
sure.
Sure.
For sure. Well, I only say that because Andre Ward real good with imparting advice to younger fighters and actually taking interest in them. And I'm pretty sure with you having a connection to a fan that's fighting, he probably would be inclined to come over and check you out and see what you're talking about, especially for his footwork. Maybe give a couple of pointers and whatnot, man. Because you can always, like you said, there's some stuff you can just disregard because it's not going to be beneficial to you. But they might have that little gem that you could take with you and apply forever and just work on. So that might be something that CVO here can put in the works for you because he got connections. You can get your
CBO.
stuff like glue.
Yeah, really
Hey,
call me
Tom,
CBO.
hold up. Why you keep
Go
calling
ahead.
him CVO? I keep saying that. What that mean? What
Hey,
do that mean?
man,
Capping
What that mean?
it's Cabin's very own.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Tim, you said they talk to the black man. That's crazy.
I ain't never talked to you like that, Tim. Only my guy right here.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. When it comes to boxing, any sport, are you ready for the biggest distraction of them all, and that's the ladies. Because they coming.
Good
I want to
question.
say yeah, but
Good
still,
question.
That's tough.
That's a dang good question.
I'm still. I don't know.
Yo,
Because I can tell by the glasses you're gonna be having already stunned,
Nah,
dog.
he already getting the chicks, man. You see, he
They
listen.
probably
I ain't
already
saying
beating
it.
them
Wait,
down,
wait,
huh?
wait, wait,
Sneaking them
wait,
through the
wait,
back
press
door, huh?
up.
wait,
Go
wait a
ahead.
minute.
Shoot
Wait
the
a
chick.
minute. Y'all ain't peeping whole reaction to me always saying he played it so cool. Like y'all don't even know I'm already assassin with the ladies.
Man,
I'm already comfortable with this, man.
that
You
boy
talking
good.
about? Tell him,
You know,
that's what you know what I mean?
Nah,
Hey,
I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you a very famous line that my old coach told me. It's by a guy you probably never heard of him. His name is Currency. He said the famous story of Mike Tyson and Robin Gibbons, the biggest niggas get beat senseless by little women. And I'm telling you, bro, you'd be surprised, Tim, how much women can change a life, change how you work. But I tell you, that's the number one thing because we know you ain't gonna drink. We know you ain't gonna do no drugs. We already know that. We know you're not eating no pork. We already know how you moving. But them ladies, man,
yeah.
they can be the hardest. The nightclub, because that nightclub is fun, bro. That nightclub is fun, man.
No, I ain't stepping nowhere near that.
Yeah.
yeah, stay away from the nightclubs. Stay
You
away
see
from.
how my man looked away when he said he ain't gonna be nowhere near that? My man over there smooth with it. I see you, dog. They don't know though. Just leave him out.
He ride through there and do let out, you know what I mean? Pick up on his little shirt. You come pick me up after the club. Yeah, nothing ain't no wrong with it.
I think he took the glasses off on that one.
Listen, I was your age before, man. You know, I'm a player from the old Himalayas, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Real recognize real, nephew, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
he said he
And
feel
you
you,
know,
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
nah,
already
you
know.
know, and
Listen,
the
I know my
reason
Philly swag, bro. You know, I know my Philly
Oh,
swag.
that's right, my boy is from Philly. That's the young bull for Philly right there. We know it's going down
Yes,
in Philly,
you
though.
from the same part of the city as me, South Philly, man. I'm just on the
He's
upper side
South
of
Philly
Brooklyn.
too.
I went
From
to school with their cousin Wayne, man. Wayne
Oh,
went to
what?
school. Yeah, I goes back.
So
Pop,
he know how the lineage is, man. He know how y'all really nice with the women, bro. He's saying you gotta stay away from them though, cause they gonna come for you. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Mike Tyson was a different Mike Tyson after Robin Givens got a hold of him, man. That woman broke him down.
well, you know what? I think a lot of people would have been different at the Robin Givens. I think she
Yeah,
was
that's a fact.
some voodoo child or something. I don't know what the hell is going on with
Hey,
her.
Robin Gibbons was cold too, man. She was cold, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cold.
Since Jordan didn't give her no play, Jordan almost slipped up. Goddamn, he almost did.
Yeah,
Hey,
for a really
let
good
me ask you
title.
this, GP. Let me ask you this, GP. When you in the barbershops every day, let me ask you this. What's one of the biggest distractions you hear men have from the barbershops? What would that be? Would it be women? Or bills? What would it be the biggest thing that get brothers in trouble, GP? You know this better than any of us. You're on the front lines.
Streets.
Can you hear me, GP?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
We can
get
Yeah,
hear
you
you
now
now.
we can.
now.
I was thinking, you in the barbershop every day. What's the biggest thing you would warn a young man about? You know, because would it be the women? Would it be how you spend your money? What's the biggest thing you'll warn somebody about?
Everything.
It would be stay professional. Whatever you come into the barbershop with, you can talk to the barbers about everything about, but and what you do in your line of work, you'll stay professional because women are always around. And it's not a knock on them women. It's always going to be a knock on you when you make the wrong decision. You'll stay focused on what you're doing. I work in a barbershop and um, the women come, they love for another man to, you know what I mean? Like they love it. They love it. I could be one of them pimps for real, but nah, I gotta keep it professional. So in anything that you do, just try to stay professional. Boxing, stay professional.
Yeah,
That's
Now
the
that's a great
because
question.
stay professional.
I
Yeah.
tell you this though, Tim. One thing I like, man. You talk, he got some sense, man. You told me you didn't read a book before, man. I appreciate that because you ain't talking that usual goofball talk, man. So salute to you on that, man. Well, you done picked up a book before, so I appreciate that, man.
No, he started listening to you.
Hey, but champ, we talked about women, but for real, as far as distractions, what would you see would be a major obstacle or a distraction for you that you know you're gonna have to work hard to avoid?
That's a good question.
Mm.
Good
So
question.
you want me to be real with you, or you want me to give
Yeah.
you a fake answer?
No, it's real. You ain't got to be PC here, man. I mean, you got BBO over here, so you know you don't never have to be PC. That boy ain't never been PC.
Yeah. So this answer gonna be a little controversial, but I feel like the thing that would get in the way is definitely like I would say family trying to get in the way and trying to use me for some other stuff that isn't really in the nature of like how I feel. But
That's gonna come. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I feel like family is definitely a big distraction in terms of them needing something from me.
Yep.
Okay,
Right.
that's a
You
fact.
know,
I would agree with that.
that's a dope answer, man. You know
Yep.
what I'll tell you? The one thing I heard that and this gonna make you laugh when I say this. The best way to get family not to ask you for money. Now, if a family member said, "Hey, Jim, man, I'm messed up, man. I need $500." You know what you say? Hey, this your one favor for me. If I give you this $500, you can't ask me for a stick of gum. Is this that one favor you want? And
Mm.
they'll look and say, "No, it's okay, Tim. I'll find a way." You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta give people that you tell them that once. Is this all you want? Now, one thing about BBO, I learned that from my business manager. Hey, if you want that money, that's the only money you get. It's what you need. You
Mm.
sure? Because you can't get nothing else. And I know what you mean because when you, especially like you, man, you coming behind heavyweight champ, your dad's a gym owner, very popular guy in the city, and I'm sure you want to make your own name. I'm telling you, bro, you can do that. Just remember, man, to stay prayerful and keep that in mind. Is this what you want for me? You only get one. Because family will drain you, man. And I tell you this, you can't do everything for everybody. That
No.
was the hardest thing I had to learn. I used to say, I'm gonna buy everybody a Christmas present. And I look at my pockets on bunny ears. Because no one can bail you out. So be careful who you bail out. That's the hardest thing to do when it comes to family, especially when you got a couple coins, man. If you
Yeah.
want to buy the new Jordans, man, buy the new Jordans. If you want to buy the Maserati, buy the Maserati, man. You working for it. You about to die about it. I mean, let's just be real. You don't want about to die about it. So
No.
never, ever let family get in the way of that, bro. And just always have that thing. You sure that's what you want? That's your last one. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the people who really love you, they won't ask you for a dime after you say that. I guarantee you. I've seen it work for years and years and years. Man, you gotta say that's your one. Unless you get people like GP. GP ask you for $1 every day.
Shitting me. You shitting me.
Hey, champ. Also, man, to add to that, that's the extended family too, because sometimes you got friends that want to hop along. Make sure you surround yourself with no yes men. You don't need yes men in your life. You need people that's gonna be real with you. So your circle, if it's small, it's strong. You don't have to worry about nothing coming inside that circle and breaking that circle of trust, man. You keep everything that's gonna be a distraction outside that circle of trust, and you definitely gonna be all right around it. Also, I want to say too, make sure that you do keep people around you that will hold you accountable. Because at times, man, sometimes when things go well for you, you don't see the things that could be a problem later on down the line. And you want somebody that's gonna be there to be like, yo, bro, that might not be such a good idea, or come on, man, come on, we could do better than that, or we could push ourselves through this, or things like that. So definitely make sure you extend it to that. And also, if you are going to make a purchase when you get that big bread, make sure that you recognize that when you buy a car, no matter how exotic it is, after time it depreciates. You buy property, the rent on that bad boy sky up when years go down. My grandma's house was bought for like $15,000. That bad boy sold right now. If it sells right now, it's almost 900 and something thousand, and it's a small piece of land. So
Invest.
Invest.
I heard this
Definitely.
cool song too. I heard this cool song, Tim. I don't know if you heard it. Some young rapper made this song. It's called F Nigga Keep God in Your Life. So whatever you do, man, keep God in your life. You heard that song? When that dude was singing that song?
I ain't never heard that.
He just made that up
Hey,
right now, man. Don't pay him no nothing, man. Dog.
if
But
you
definitely
son,
keep
Nah,
but
you
God.
listen,
listen to the beat.
I'm just
Nah,
messing with you, dog.
AT Hill. AT Hill. Do you hear him? If you listen to BVO, keep God in your life. You're gonna need
Yeah,
him.
for sure. For sure. No, for
You're gonna
sure.
need him.
Definitely that. I don't know if it's a lyric or a song, but definitely keep
it's
God
a song, man.
grounded.
Hey, you know, there's a song out there. It's a social media. So I heard it on YouTube. Dude said, F Nigga Keep God in Your Life. And he just kept saying that. You heard it, didn't you, Tim? You might have heard that. But he ain't lying. What my man say on Coming to America, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Hey, but on another one, I gotta ask you this, man. What you feel about your Eagles, man, blowing it again? What do you think about your Eagles, man? They blowing another season. Your 76ers in last place. It's hard to be a Philly fan right now.
Yeah, it is. But we coming up in the sport of boxing. That's really what that matters. In terms of hands, we got it, but everywhere else we got to work on it. You feel me? But
So what do you think
Don't
about Jerron Ennis when you see him? I know you probably seen him in real life. How much taller are you than him?
I've never seen him in real life. I don't know.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
Nah,
Okay, I thought you would have seen him.
nah, I don't know. I heard he I think like 5'10", right, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you're about
Yeah,
5'10", 5'11",
little
somewhere
itty
around.
bitty guy, man. So
We neck and neck.
speaking of that, what did you think about did you see that Bam Rodriguez fight?
Yeah, I saw him stop him. Yeah,
Yeah, hey, brother, that was beautiful, man. Hey, I thought they was gonna start calling Bam the King of Philly for the night. Cause man,
nah,
he put
he's
on
something
a
different.
show, man. Huh?
I say he's something different for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Bam is special, man. Bam is special. But hey, we're gonna be having a champ on, man, at least once a week, man, because I believe in a champ, and I think he's gonna be a champion one day. Hey, so I salute, man. Give us your IG where we can find you at, champ.
Yeah, man. Down at TERRIBLEII. And that's where you can find me on IG.
You
Yeah,
terrible
that
like
boy.
that?
Yeah.
What do you call
What,
himself?
terrible
Himothy? That
Tim?
boy. That boy think he's slick.
Terrible Tim, boy.
Oh, that dope. Peace, champ. Love you, man.
Have a good one, Tim.
Yeah, be easy, man. Stay safe.
I'll take that accountability too. All that advice.
Oh, for
I
sure, man. I
appreciate
know. I told
Thank you.
when you came on and put the specs on, bro. I knew you was different, dog. You my
it.
guy from that moment on, dog. Because I was like, this brother over here's done.
But
Yeah, you
nah,
know,
man.
Timmy got. Hey, Tim, you don't realize he got about 15 pairs of glass. He like the way he think he Rick
Mm.
Ross.
You already know.
I do, but I need him to see though. I do need him to see, brother. You ain't got to worry about that for no long time soon, dog. You know what I'm saying? You continue see the way you come and see them lefts, them rights, them uppercuts come. You gonna be alright, dog. You be talking down on my man BVO one time. Said, bro, I remember when you was over there cracking jokes. Now look at you now.
Yeah.
Hey, salute to you, champ. Love you, man. We'll see you soon.
we rooting for
Much
you, champ.
love.
Hey, on that note,
No,
now we
no,
back
no,
to
no,
the talk.
no, 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 no. No, you ain't just about to jump off like that. Hell no. What the fuck you just say about them Eagles? I wasn't gonna say it in front of the young man, but you better check the stats.
Yeah, the
What you say about
Eagles,
them Eagles?
they only lost 2 games this far.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Kidding.
You want to double back
Hey,
and then get off?
keep God in your life.
Hey, boxing scholars can't smoke a little weed, boxing scholar. You can't be telling the young boxers
Hey,
to smoke a little weed, boxing scholar.
hey, he said,
Boxing scholar. I'm a
smoke a
Paul.
little.
I'm a Paul boxing scholar.
You can't tell the young champ
Oh
smoke no weed.
yeah, Boston Scholar been off today, man.
Yeah, Boxing Scholar been off the hook today,
He
man.
been off
Hey, you know,
today.
Boxing
Boxing
Scholar,
Scholar
man.
always off the script.
Got a funny story about Boxing Scholar, man. I'm looking for my iPhone, and this dude helped me look for it and found out he stole it. So, what type of
Yo,
dude
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
tell
watch?
you another funny story about my man Boxing Scholar. He also said, your boy Tank ain't fighting nobody unless they slow flatted, flat-footed Mexican fighters. But all Tank contemporaries resumes is comprised of slow, flat-footed Mexican fighters, bro. Like they all doing it. So when we gonna stall with the just Tank doing stuff, man, we gotta apply it to everybody. If Tank doing it and they doing it too, then damn it, they guilty as well.
Oh yeah, because a
So
lot
you
of them
right.
even more than him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't seen them. I
Hey,
ain't seen some of these dudes fight anything slick since the word became in the goddamn dictionary. But I ain't gonna say no names.
Hey, say no names, bear no.
Right,
hey,
right.
Shout out to Mama
hey,
G, baby.
Oh
hey,
man.
Gretty G said that. She said I was a youngster. My cousin about to say somebody's name. Hey, say no name, bear no blame.
Oh, that's solid. That's
You know,
solid. That's solid advisement, bro. She was keeping them safe,
even though
bro. Later on, you can't
even
be
the
talking
old
about
school
people
dude,
business.
you can't get out there ratting. We don't got no respect for no rats. Shout out to
Yeah,
you and my grandma.
yeah.
We don't respect no
Yeah,
rats,
she
man.
was solid for that, dog. I got nothing but love for that because she was telling them in a cool way. You can't be out here snitching. Can't be no snitch out
Hey,
here.
and I'm gonna tell you guys something that y'all don't know, man. Shout out to GP. We starting a new show, the GP and BBO Talk Show, featuring CDK on Sundays at 7. Because you know what? People don't realize GP's a star. I see it. He a star, man. The dude got the beard like Moses, man. All he do is eat crab cakes all day and cut hair, man. I think this brother's a star. I can't wait to have him on there and salute the GP for joining the team. I'm excited about it.
Nah, GP
I'm
bear
excited.
remind me of my man the goddamn dude May, goddamn, if y'all know martial arts, goddamn the White Lotus. That bear remind me of May. May was vicious too. May was fucking, and May is actually a real he was like an emperor or something like that back in those early days, and he was whipping ass. You know what I mean? That's what his bear remind me. May. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to GP, man, for joining the crew, man, and him and BBO is going to be doing something Sunday. So make sure y'all check them out. 7 p.m. We're going to keep y'all busy, man. We staying busy. And we got something else coming up. Y'all will see soon. Mm-mm-mm.
Man, shout out to the grumpy OG, dog, for being the greatest man alive.
Thanks, my brother. I
Shout out
appreciate
to my, oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Shout out to my guy CVO for being connected, bringing in the talent, even the youth. Man, I appreciate getting a chance to talk to the youth coming up, man. That's going to be a special moment, especially somebody with a pedigree like that.
Yeah. I like the fact that you got the young guy coming through here, and they all come through here. We're gonna see when these guys' career get to going off. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's another one for y'all to hate on. I remember this young champ he used to come through and talk boxing with us. Yeah, give me another something else to throw in these fool faces, man. I use my bragging rights respectfully, and that would be added on once you guys get there. Cause I'm like, yeah. So we waiting for y'all young guys to come, man. So I'm waiting for all you guys, and I'm behind y'all 100%, man. So y'all got my support. Coming through here, you got my support, man. So I'm waiting on
Hey,
not even the dreams. A few other cats that I'm waiting on, man. But we gonna be right there, rocking out with y'all, man.
hey, X, let me ask you this, man. Did you get a chance to rewatch that TF fight with Zapata?
You said the what fight?
Tevin Farmer versus Williams of Peters.
Oh no, I didn't get to catch it. I didn't get to catch it.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to my good brother X, another young up and coming boxer,
Yeah,
dog. That's nice in the ring, smooth with the science. Shout out to my good brother Ja, another one that's gonna be around the way that you gotta get to know. My man even said he was willing to go to Philly to get some work in over there.
Yeah,
Food
come
Chain
on,
out, man,
Philly,
at the
And
man.
layers,
that's and
dog.
that's
So,
my guy, man. But I don't know about him sparring B Norman, man. I don't know about that boy can fight, boy. But I'll ask you this real quick, X.
Boxing scholar in
No.
the back. He said he got a question for X.
Okay, hold on one second. Oh, that's an old one. That's an old
Okay,
one.
that's the old one. Remove that,
That's when Tim was up
please.
here.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Let me move that off there. Um, hey,
Yeah,
X, let me ask you this,
I was
man. When you
cooking Boxing Scholar last night, man. Boxing Scholar said if you lock Muhammad Ali in the room with John Jones, Muhammad Ali gonna win.
no way.
The what?
Yeah, he said
No
that,
way.
bro. Yeah, we were talking about the shit last night, bro. Yeah, he said
For
that shit.
real, man. He's
in a boxing
listen.
match,
If you lock them in a room,
Just a regular run.
Yeah.
Listen. Oh, listen. I love the greatest man that ever laced them up. You know, hey, just in a regular room with that dude. I'm sorry, Ali ain't gonna get stung by a motherfucking killer bee. He
you
ain't
know
gonna
what
sting
makes
like your boy
John
did.
Jones so dangerous is that he don't care about breaking rules to get the job done.
that too.
Yo,
That's somebody you definitely got to watch because if he'll do something that might not be, will maybe borderline like there's a written unwritten rule.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying that you need to lead this. We don't go after this. Oh, John Jones going after it. If it's gonna
That's
give him,
that's not that's not even the worst thing Scholar said, man. I gotta ask Scholar out. He said that Mike Tyson is over Floyd Mayweather all time and Pacquiao.
No, wait a minute. Pause like the Run DMC song. Goddamn.
I
Wait
can't
a
get with
minute.
that, bro. I
Now
can't get with that.
listen. I understand that a lot of y'all love Mike Tyson for what Mike Tyson was doing, but if we gonna be honest on boxing, man, no hell way, because there's a lot of fighters, no matter what it's the weight class that they in, that was better skilled fighters than Mike Tyson. Sorry, but it's just facts. And Mike Tyson, nope, not over neither one of those guys. Definitely not Floyd Mayweather. That is blasphemy. Boxing scholar, put whatever you are smoking down. It's not good for you, bro. Come on, my man. Are you serious? Come
Yeah,
on.
he said it. Yeah.
No. Hell no, man. And this is no slight to Mike, but we gonna keep it real. And we talk about Floyd Mayweather, who in a lot of people's minds is considered the GOAT. Mike Tyson wasn't never considered the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the most vicious knockout artist that, but when it the GOAT, ain't no. Nah, so we're not gonna do that.
Like he said,
If they
as
was in
far
the
as
same weight class, if real quick, X, if they was in the same weight class, I got them beating Mike Tyson. Go ahead, X.
career, you could argue Pacquiao, I guess, bro. But all time
Yeah.
ranking, bro, ain't no way he over Floyd
oh,
Mayweather,
he
bro.
said he was over Floyd.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah, he
Pacquiao
tripping.
was over Floyd.
He said Pacquiao,
No,
Mike Tyson
Mike
over
Tyson.
Floyd. No, he said
No,
both of
no,
them.
no, he said
Yeah.
Pacquiao.
He said
Pacquiao and
Pacquiao.
Mike Tyson over Floyd. The
Yeah.
both of them. Oh,
Yeah.
boxing scholar, you need to be 302. I don't know
Nah,
what.
he might have a point to be argued with Mike, but never can he have a point
There
with
ain't no point to argue with Mike, bro. Mike ain't over him.
some people might be inclined to listen, but I don't know how you factor in Pacquiao for sure. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. If you
you
gonna say
talk,
if you say Mike got an argument, then you gotta say Pacquiao got an argument, and I don't think neither one of them got one. Or to be over Floyd.
Nope.
I guess you could look at it that way. I just think that the way Mike dominated as opposed to the way Pacquiao dominated was two different things. Like nobody was scared to get in the ring with Pacquiao.
That's
There was
cat.
people that were scared
That's
to get in the
cat.
ring.
That's cat. That's cat. That's not
Who
even
was
true.
who was scared to get in the ring with Pacquiao?
It was a lot of people that
A
didn't want.
lot of people, bro. Where was
Yeah,
you
that's
at?
cat, bro.
Where was you at, T?
Especially in the years from from 07, 08. Oh, niggas definitely wasn't trying to get in the ring with Pacquiao, bro. That's
Who
facts.
ducked him? Who was not trying to fight him?
I'm not saying somebody ducked. I'm talking about so basically what I'm saying, because Mike Tyson, there were people that did not want to fight Mike Tyson, but they ended up in the ring with him. You get what I'm saying when I say people didn't want to fight Pacquiao. They was fearful. That's what I mean.
I guess, man. I don't know. I think earlier in his career, all he really did was have a 1-2, and it was a jab left, jab left, jab left, jab left, jab left, and I thought that he got better as he got older. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he got much better because then he started incorporating other things, and he started incorporating angles in there. But I didn't see him as somebody that people just were afraid to get in the ring with. I know people were afraid to get in the ring with Mike. And I mean, I guess you could say it was the same for Pacquiao too.
Man,
I mean, hell, they said Floyd was scared to get in the ring with him.
Yeah, he would have whipped Pacquiao ass anytime. It didn't
Yeah, I
matter.
don't ever see that ever being a
hey,
fight.
X, let me ask
I
you a
don't
question,
know
man.
about that.
He
Oh,
would
you
have whooped
don't?
his
You think
ass.
earlier it would have been different?
He would have whooped his ass. X.
I think
Listen, I real quick, X. I wanted to see them dudes back at 130. I wanted to see it back then. Listen, Manny Pacquiao was not beating no damn pretty boy. Pretty boy, that shit, Pacquiao, that shit was tailor-made for Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy was not to be played with, man. And Pacquiao, who is one of the most successful guys with no damn
you
defense.
got it wrong, bro. You got it wrong, OG. You got it way wrong.
Talk to me, X.
You got it way wrong.
Talk to me.
Floyd Mayweather defense at that time would have got him quite effed up by Pacquiao. I ain't gonna lie. He had a better chance when he was more so defensively sound, as we seen when he completely put a defensive masterclass on Pacquiao. But even in that fight, this is why I say, bro, because I went back and recently rewatched that fight, and Pacquiao hurt him at least like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even the Pacquiao that was at his best. Not to say that Pacquiao wasn't still good, because we know what he accomplished after Floyd beat him. He went on to beat Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner. He went on to beat Matisse. This is following his loss to Floyd Mayweather. So not to say he wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It's just he wasn't at his peak, right? So if you put a peak Pacquiao in there with what would y'all consider the peak Floyd?
Probably 2005, 2006.
2000. Then I think it would be very, very, not to say Pacquiao would win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he would win, because like I said, in the fight that I seen with them, Pacquiao had great success. Like, I don't want to say great success, but he was faster than Floyd. Floyd was not trying to really engage with him, you know what I'm saying? And early on in Floyd's career, if you want to say Pretty Boy would have engaged with him, that wouldn't have been the fight that I think Floyd would have won. Because he basically threw his defense to the side, not complete to the side, but defense was his main priority at that time. So if he's going in a firefight, if he's going into a firefight with somebody who that's their bread and butter, I don't know if he comes out, because like I said, he was defense. Like when Pacquiao fought Floyd, he was completely defensively sound. That was his the type of style he was fighting, and he still got hurt like 3 times. So imagine if Floyd just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fight this dude."
So when are you saying it was Pacquiao's prime?
His prime, I think his prime was in 07. I said, 07, 08.
And who were some of the fighters that he fought against in that time frame?
I believe he fought Hatton at that time. Hatton he fought in 09. Did he fight Hatton
around that time? Yeah, about that time. So that's his prime?
Yeah, around that time.
You think that Mayweather struggles with Bradley at all? Even a little bit?
No.
I know it's a triangle theory, and I'm not trying to say that is applicable to him, but if he's not able to figure out Bradley, it's going to be difficult for him to figure out Floyd at any point in his career, because Floyd could fight multiple styles, but he definitely was hard to hit, man. I mean, it's going to be tough.
And he had a hell of a chin on top of that.
Yeah, he definitely had and recuperative ways too, man. Not just the chin, but like when you did catch him, he knew how to govern himself accordingly so that he can make it through the cobwebs, dog. And I mean, I don't know. It would be tough. I'm not gonna count Pacquiao because he do got a dynamite left hand, and
he's very unorthodox. Like even like
He
I
is
said,
extremely young.
even in their fight, at the because everybody age differently. Floyd Style will age like wine. Pacquiao's will age, a little not like wine, if you know what I'm
Like
saying.
this.
You
I
know,
got you.
so that's why when people say, "Oh, Floyd aged him out," even though Floyd's older than him, that's all people saying. He just wasn't the peak Pacquiao, I guess, so to speak. But even then, he was still faster than Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Still was able to hurt him. I pay attention to those things. He outworked Floyd. He didn't beat him. He outworked him. Like he threw more punches. I look at things like that. Floyd wasn't able to read him a lot of times. And vice versa. But Floyd mistimed him a couple times, so he got caught on his chin a couple times. Like I think it'll be just very different if it's a prime Pacquiao. It'll be much more difficult.
I respect that, bro. I really respect that, man, because I would like to see fights happen and take place that either never did or happened too late. So yeah, I could feel you on that, man.
I feel what he's saying, but in that fight, I don't think neither one of them did a damn thing. To be honest with you, I don't think neither one of them did any damn thing.
And I feel the same way about the Spencer Crawford fight. I feel Bud would have still TKO'd him, but it would have been issues though. Because I feel Errol Spence had way prior to the fight was saying I feel like he had regressed in a lot of ways, and people were still praising him
give
in
you a
his
dap
victory.
on that. You maintained that the whole way through.
So yeah, I even think with that, and it disappointed me that the fight didn't turn out the way. Of
yeah.
course, the victory. I was happy that my guy got the victory, but I was disappointed in the just how the fight went. It wasn't competitive at all. So
Oh no, let's keep it a buck. He made him look like he don't even belong in any ring. And he ain't never made nobody look that bad ever in his life, dog. That was amazing. I've never seen that. And I've never seen him do anybody that dirty before, man. That was mind altering for sure. But it is what it is.
Yes, I like to see, when we talk up these fights, I like to see like the better be Bivol fight. A lot of people disappointed because obviously one guy didn't get stopped. That's why I think people was really disappointed. Nobody didn't get dropped to stop. That's why people, the fight trash. Oh, we waited years for this. The fight was not trash, bro.
It was
Definitely not trash. It definitely
was a
wasn't trash.
barn burner, man. I don't know what's wrong with people being over excessive about knockouts. Y'all ain't even knocking nobody damn out. How many people ever knocked out? You always wanting to see a damn knockout. That's how I could tell someone probably never been in a damn street fight, bro. Whatever the case may be. But I think what makes a good fight is where you get two guys in there that's on the same equal level. Sometimes you gotta expect that. Sometimes you gotta expect a knockout not to come. When you have guys that's somewhat equally matched in there, you got a guy that got a hell of a motherfucker punch, but then you got a guy that got a granite goddamn chin, and they good level fighters. So you can't expect a knockout at that level all the time. People do understand the science of boxing. I don't think y'all do. Or y'all just like to be simply entertained by certain things. But that's not the only part of boxing to be entertained by. So you're going to forever be disappointed when a knockout don't come. But I tell you, a fucking a bar burner back and forth beat down, or a classical beat down, or running a clinic on a guy is more entertaining than the knockout. And I like knockouts, but I am a fan of boxing tacticians. Okay? That's what I'm about first, because guess what about every goddamn knockout artist damn near? Damn near every last one of them got what people knocked the fuck out too. So, it's only a very few that probably never did. But man, you give me somebody that's putting in that work and they surgical with it, man, that boy, that had me on the edge of my
seat.
Cause you can look for some more the next round. That knockout, that shit is like a high, man. Once you get there, then it's over. But man, when you constantly got 12 rounds of somebody making you got two opponents making it look like poetry of motion in there. Oh, that's more entertaining. That's better for the sport, baby. It's better for my taste buds of the sport. So yeah, I get more entertained by just fighters going in there doing their work. We ain't seeing the boring moment. We ain't saying, oh, he ain't throwing enough punches. This, that, and the other. That's what I like, because that's what the sport is about. Knockouts come with it. And if they come, they come. You got some guys, they better at knocking people out, but everybody's not going to be a knockout artist,
Right.
So You can't expect some of these guys to be knockout artists. I would never expect Devin Haney to be a knockout artist. He's a goddamn tactician, and that's what he should stick to. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You know, if one comes, they come. You know, because you'll need 5 pounds of pressure, but you gotta know how to generate it and when to place it. You know what I mean? But come on, man, he's a tactician. Ain't nobody say Sweet Pea need to be knocking people the hell out. Sweet Pea was making cats look stupid. Forget knocking them out. They probably would have rather got knocked out. Gotta go through these damn rounds with this dude, and he's making these guys look stupid. And mind you, he had punching power, people, but his style of boxing, he didn't use it because he used to hurt some people, bigger people in sparring. So it's all about your style and everything too. So everybody that you watch don't have to have knockout power. They just don't have to be boring. That's it. You know, so yeah, whatever you working with, you make those tools work for you, you know? So that's what it's about, and that's what I give fighters credit for whatever they have, whatever they gives, they make it work for them. I ain't gonna say, well, he need to do this, but he's still winning damn fights. He doing his damn thing. I like exactly what he's doing. Then when they listen to people, they go in there and then wind up getting knocked out by doing something other than what they are great at, you know. So hopefully it's a learning lesson for the young man second time around. I'm just waiting to see what he's going to do because we got to see where he's at, and I can't have too much confidence in him until I see where he's at, and he got to be mentally right first. So we'll see what happens.
I'm proud. I'm proud of BVO, man. If he listening, man, he got on Ryan Garcia ass, man. Ryan Garcia is a disgrace, bro, and we should have seen it coming, bro. We should have seen it coming, bro. All y'all Mexicans, yeah, I remember y'all was calling him the B word. Y'all was saying he the P word. He not a Mexican. The moment he did what he did to Devin Haney, now y'all love him. Y'all also love Mr. Ryan Garcia. I remember, bro. Y'all frauds, bro. Y'all are frauds. And X is back to tell the truth, bro.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you, goddamn.
You know what I'm talking about? Y'all realize that, right? Y'all realize how people used to talk like about this man like a dog, no matter what race it was, his own race even. And now they love him.
Yeah. They wasn't even messing with him like that.
I mean, it's crazy too, man, because like I never thought he was devoid of skill, bro. I thought he was a super skilled fighter, man. On top of that, he was blessed with some pretty good athletic gifts as well too, man. But you know, that's what people do, man. You know, people can't really. They love our essence, they hate our existence, bro. And unfortunately,
yeah, there you go.
Ryan Garcia is he's not super skilled. He's super talented. That's what he is. I don't see skill when I look at this. I see a little skill, yeah, because the way he throws his left hook, you know, his timing is good, but it takes more than that for me to call you a super skilled fighter, because that's all he literally has.
respect
It's
that,
speed,
man.
timing. I give him that.
He definitely super talented if you don't want to give him skills, but you know, only time will tell if he is really skilled, man, because eventually they're gonna have to start fighting fighters that's gonna test that skill. But I will say this, man. There was a couple of fights that didn't happen in the span of these last 2 weeks, man. I really like to get your take on. First being the Serrano and Katie Taylor fight, and then secondly the Adams and Casaritis fight, dog.
Oh, goddamn. Wait, what's the last fight you just said?
The Adams, the Brandon Adams and what's in Casaritis fight?
Oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah,
You didn't? Oh man, do yourself a favor, go catch that.
I don't love boxing that much to watch the next Brandon Adams fight. Last time I see him fight, he had a horrible fight with Jamal Charlo.
This wasn't horrible.
I'm gonna say this. And I'll check it out. But I'll say this, bro. The Serrano fight, I got a difference of opinion on it than a lot of other people. I'm gonna say this, bro. I thought Serrano got robbed in the first fight. I don't think that she got robbed this time around.
You thought she lost the fight?
Now, if you say that she got robbed according to, if you think it was a close fight and the point deduction that was taken from Katie Taylor, that should have been the reason why Serrano won. I could get with that. But if you just say it's a robbery regardless, I don't. And it's in close fights, it's no robbery. It's not really a robbery, bro, because it's a lot of swing rounds that go either way. But my opinion, I thought the right person won. I thought, yes, she was headbutting. Yes, I understand that. But just because she was headbutting, right? If you think the ref should have took points from her, okay, cool. But the ref didn't do that. He took like what 1 or 2 points from her, I guess. Whatever. 2 different instances. I don't know. One, I don't know. He took a point. That's the overall point. He took a point for her for keep leading in with her head. You know, well, everybody could debate whether it was on purpose or by accident. I really ain't getting into that. I thought she won. I thought Amanda Serrano, despite the cut, because I'm not in there. I don't know how much it affected her, but to me, it didn't look like it had affected her that much in her performance because I think she was still very capable. She was still touching old girl on the chin. She was still hitting her. You know what I'm saying? But prior to the cut, she was running into a lot of shots. Her defense was poor. Her footwork was poor. She kept running into the left hook. This is all things people are ignoring to say, oh yeah, she rocked her though. She rocked her this amount of times, so that won't hurt around. She had her hurt this amount of times, so I want. But they ignoring all the work that Katie Taylor did, right? That wasn't me because I was looking at this fight objectively because I thought Serrano lost the first fight, so I'm going into this fight and I'm really, really looking at it to see if there's a margin of error, right? And I just think that Amanda Serrano did not have a good performance, bro. I really don't. I don't think Katie Taylor dominated her from pillar to post. No, but I think like if you compare Serrano's performance from the first fight to this one, it's nothing to talk about. Her performance in the first fight was way better than this one, way better. And I don't know how people feel about that, but that's that's
I
my
mean,
take
that's
on
your honest take, bro. I appreciate you giving me your honest take, bro.
Yeah, that was dope. But damn, with all that, she still landed 107 punches more than Katie Taylor.
According to who?
Copy box.
CompuBox, right,
Yeah.
right. That's that copy box and this is my opinion on this now, bro. It's like I know we watch fights, right? Where we see one thing and then you see the numbers, you be like, no way, right? I think this is one of those fights. I didn't see that. I did not. Copy box is very controversial to me. I don't go by. That's me. That's just me. I can't really put a lot of stock in that. I can't because it could be wrong. Like we could be wrong. I can't say, oh, copy box said this, so yeah, that means it's right. Nah, I just can't. I just can't.
And I respect that.
Cause
Hey,
nobody. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, what, baby boy? What are you about to say? You about to shut
no,
it down
I
because
was
you got to
saying,
go
I was
spend
saying,
time with
hey,
your mommy?
I respect that opinion, man, because that's you actually have make some good points,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I just think overall, what would add to it is when we watch copy box, because that's for us as a novice or the people who are not necessarily fighting. That is a way for us to kind of get a gauge of what's going on action wise too. X.
Mm,
So you a little different because you seeing something different as an actual fight. I'm saying me, uh, no matter how much I say it, I'm a novice, so I don't. Only way I can keep track of is what they copy box say she landed. So when I
right,
look at copy box and I see 107 more punches leading every stat, that also will go on to me thinking that she won. You know what I mean? So that's kind of
right.
why you hear that opinion. But as a fighter, you might be looking for something different. You know what I mean? So I'll ask you this: what do you look for in? How do you judge somebody winning a fight? That's a better question for you.
For me, it's a lot of criteria that go into judging around because you got a lot of casuals on Facebook. It's not even just a lot of people that follow boxing thought that Serrano was robbed, but I'm more so talking about the people that don't know what they talking about. They repeat what other people saying. They don't even know how to score around or anything. They just saying ignorance. Oh, she did this, she did that, and she rocked her more times. So that means she won. How I judge around, right, is like, and maybe it's from a boxing perspective. I don't know, right? But I thought at times, Katie Taylor, while she was getting hit, don't get this twisted, she made great she had moments of her defensive moments. You know what I'm saying? She made Serrano miss a lot of times and made her pay. Now Serrano, she was just coming in like a bull and hitting her. Like she didn't care if she was getting hit. She would just take one to get one. That's what she was doing to me. Now I don't know what y'all saw, but to me she was. I'll take one. I'll take your two, and I'll give you this big one. That's what I see. I get this big one or two. You know what I'm saying? Now I saw Katie Taylor utilizing the ring. I saw her counter punching effectively. You know what I'm saying? To me, I think she showed more ring generalship through the rounds, right?
So you gave her rounds based on generalship.
Ring generalship, her defense, you know what I'm saying, was more so better than that of Serrano.
Okay.
Now, Serrano has the more eye-catching shots. So the couple shots that Katie Taylor may land, nobody's paying attention to that because they already want to lose in their mind. They already want to lose. Their mind is fixated on that because Serrano got robbed in the first fight. So they're throwing her work to the side, whether subconsciously they know it or not. You know, so everybody's paying attention to what Serrano was doing. A lot of people. Don't tell me I'm lying now.
Oh, I'm not telling you you're lying or not. I believe that's the way you saw the fight. I mean, I saw the fight was slightly different. I think there are elements of what you're saying at play for sure. For sure. I thought where Katie Taylor would have gotten the fight, because I thought that she was also getting combos landed upon her, and also she was throwing shots that was missing like way off, and she was getting tagged as well too. But I thought she did better at the end, and I thought she did this in the first fight as well. When it comes to the later rounds, she gets better off punches that may not have that great of effect, but they definitely land, and it's a flurry. It looks like a flurry, and it can swing somebody if it was a round that they deemed as close. So the last thing they're going to remember is the flurry that she got off, and she did that successfully in about of those 10 rounds. I'd say about 4 to 5 of them she did that very, very well. She just finished off with a flurry that looked better than anything that maybe transpired before her in the beginning of the fight, the round, and it probably won the fight over for the round over for her. I mean, I definitely seen her land less shots. She landed less shots than Serrano, bro, and she threw less punches too. But at the same time, she did throw effective combinations, and they usually tailed off at the end or slightly at the beginning of the fight. So if somebody said she won, that's cool. I'm not here to argue that because that's an opinion. And that's just like it's my opinion that, I think that she didn't win the fight. I thought that Serrano won the fight, but I'm not gonna be mad at it. I thought that Serrano could have been more cleaner with some of the things, and she did after a while just go after her, chase after her, chase after her, chase after her instead of cutting her or angling in the ring so that she can run her into more punches. And in the process, she was definitely eating some punches. So I'm not mad at it. But some of the scores, though, I mean, the score that she did win clearly on the card, that I don't believe Katie Taylor won that many rounds more so than she did. And for them to give her a wide margin of victory like that, then nah, I can't see that.
Wait, which one of the cards was it?
The first one they announced was Serrano, right? Or Taylor, right?
Was it like no? I'm saying like was it like what 113, 115? Like what was it?
No, it was 116, 112.
160, 112. How many
Oh,
rounds?
it wasn't 116 and 112. It was damn, what was it? Because they only went 10 rounds, right?
I think, man, I don't even remember. Yeah.
So it was 2 off. So it was 114 something, I think. No, because it couldn't be 114 either. It's 10 rounds. So it would have to be.
They just need a running back. I don't know, man.
I don't think they run it back though, man. I think. Oh my bad. I don't think they run it back, and I honestly don't think that. I mean, it would be good for boxing because hell, it was a hell of a fight. So it definitely would be good for boxing, and I mean, for sake of argument, I mean, you could argue that those two ladies have done more for women's boxing than a lot of other women in the ring. But I mean, it's just sad that there is controversy and there's no clear winner, man. Maybe in fights like those, I could see why some leagues have overtime because you might want to see it just a little bit more action, see if somebody really can clearly separate themselves. And if you find yourself saying that the cleaner, more effective shots were being landed by Caddy Taylor, I ain't mad at you because you know it's all about like how people see you fight. But I do know that generalship is definitely something that you should factor into your scoring as well as defense. So hell, how can I be mad at the reason you stated when you give actual reason behind it? I can't. You felt like she generally controlled the ring and she actually controlled her opponent. So
I'm gonna take it a bit further. Serrano performance, it disappointed me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because
Hey, I think you make some great points, T Hill.
yeah,
Can anybody hear me?
yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
we can hear you. Can you hear
Oh,
yourself?
okay. But we gonna get out the way. Pause.
Okay.
We gonna get out the way because I
Well,
know my man.
before we go, let him finish off his point, and then we're good off because I ain't got nothing else to say. I'll hop over to my man D1, Angry White Man. I know where we're going.
Yeah, they coming on. They about to get ready to come on. Who was talking?
It was
I'll just say I was disappointed in Serrano performance, bro.
X, you got anything? You got anything left to cook on out?
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
disappointed in Serrano
I think
performance.
X
That's all.
might have fell off. I'm not sure.
no, he ain't fall off, dog. You falling off. He
Yeah,
You hear him?
talking.
bro.
You can hear him talking? I don't hear X.
You ain't trying to hear my brother, man. He talking. Look, say something again, X. Watch the logo.
Yo,
See that big old bar, that little
Oh, okay.
beam.
Let me come out and come back in because I ain't see that.
yeah, this restream thing is garbage.
You
Trash.
not budging with the restream, baby boy.
That's trash, bro. That's why I hopped off earlier. It kept giving me issues. I already had enough headaches
Yeah,
today, man. I don't need this
it
game.
used to boot me, bro. It used to kick me out. I don't know why it's not kicking me out right now, though.
Yeah, it be tripping, bro. Like I'll hear sound, then the screen will start, like everybody on the screen start moving around, then it'll like my sound will go out. My sound, bro.
I can hear you now. My bad. You
Yeah,
good?
but
Yeah, I was
finish
just saying,
cooking though.
Amanda Serrano performance disappointed me. That's all. That's all.
That's what up. Then we gonna be over at the Angry Mike Man Productions. Let's go and check out. All right, BBO, great show, baby boy.
Hey, on that note, we getting ready for the Angry White Man show. Appreciate everybody coming. We be back in the morning.